When most people today think about Guinness, they think about the Irish beer. I've started thinking about it a little differently because I've been reading a history about the founding of the world's largest brewery and its history up to today. And what strikes me about the company is an incredible commitment through all the generations to the well-being of their employees and as well the well-being of citizens of Dublin. So much so that in the 1890s, they funded a large trust whose purpose was solely to create housing for workers and low-income workers in Dublin. They, in the 1920s, they offered employees 20% higher salaries. They offered in-home medical services. They offered on-the-job medical services. They offered educational programs. They offered pension plans. They offered things that a lot of companies don't even offer today. Guinness was offering back in the 1920s because they were so concerned about their employees and the well-being of their employees that they wanted to help the employees get better, get healthier, because they knew healthy, well-being employees just meant more productivity for Guinness. Along the similar lines, I was speaking with a HR manager up in Gainesville on Friday. Obviously a much smaller company. And he said, they were concerned about what was important to employees, so they surveyed them. And he was surprised that what came back as number one was not pay. It was the well-being of the employees on the job. It was how well they were treated. It was how safe they felt. It was how well their managers were coaching and treating them. Both of these examples speak to culture. What is your company culture? Let's define company culture as the values and the attitudes that are reflected by your business. In the case of Guinness, it was all about employee well-being. And the well-being, not just of employees, they even went outside the company and started focusing on the well-being of the workers in Dublin. What is your company culture? Have you thought about it? I encourage you to think about it and think about what values, what's the mission for our company, what's our vision. All of these things come into play in defining your company culture. And I would encourage you to do it with your employees because they're the ones that need to reflect that culture as much as you do. So sit with them and jointly define what it is you guys want to be known as. Not the product, not the services that you provide, but what do you want as a reputation for your business? And I suggest you do this because A, you will become much stickier for your employees. If they know that you're looking after them and you care about them, they will stay with you longer. You will find it easier to recruit people because word will get out about your culture. And if it's an attractive culture, it will draw interested employees to you. You'll find that your productivity is that much higher. People are happy, morale is good. So lots of reasons to think about defining your company culture. There's a fair amount of work that goes into defining it, a meaningful culture. And I'd be glad to continue this conversation with you if you click on the link below to my online calendar and let's schedule 30 minutes, no cost, no obligation, and I'll help you think through your company culture, how to define it, and the value that it's going to present to you and your employees and to your customers. I look forward to speaking with you.